Hey there, everybody. Renee Sullivan here with Jackie De Silva. We're just here. We're going to be coming on each week, and we're going to be sharing our tips and our strategies. Today, we're talking more about how to build up rapport and relationships with others, and share some tips that we've recently talked about and want to share with you to see if it's something that you're interested in doing. So I'm actually going to let Jackie go first and talk about some CDs that she has and what she's going to be doing with them. So go ahead, Jackie.
All right. Well, currently, actually since August, I started putting a CD in my CD player in my car, and for some reason it basically got jammed, and I had a friend staying with me for a couple of days, and that friend actually was trying to help remove it. We took tweezers, we did everything we could, but basically it got stuck, it's jammed, and I tried pressing buttons, we tried Googling like solutions to our problem, and we did everything that we could, but basically I can no longer use any of the CDs in my car because they're all jammed and the buttons just don't work. And so basically it's either desiring for a new car with a new CD player or spending lots of money to get it fixed. And I figured, I might as well just put it on my desire of wanting a new car with a newer CD player. But basically, that being said, I have CDs that I walk by all the time. And it's just basically a daily reminder, but I honestly can't really do much with those CDs. I have a MacBook Air, but my MacBook Air doesn't take CDs. My last MacBook laptop used to have a CD compartment where I could, put CDs in there and whatnot, but this one doesn't. So basically,
can't use them.
I can't use them.
Yep.
And, I am, so anyway, so that being said, I have some people that are interested in what I'm currently doing with Jen, and they just keep asking questions, and they're interested, but they don't really understand or get it. I have a package, a CD package of Your Wish is Your Command, and I also have the whole package of the Success Master Course of Level 1. Because when you upgrade to each level, you actually automatically get those free CDs. It's part of like the package deal of upgrading. But anyway, that being said, I am one of those people like that love to give out content and to kind of give like free stuff just to kind of get like a bird's eye view of what I'm doing. So I actually sent out an email and connected with a couple people on Facebook asking if they have a CD player in their car. And actually, one of my friends, Isaiah, actually said that he had to think about it for a minute, but he does have a CD player in his car. And I said, would you be open to some free content worth, hundreds of thousands of dollars? And he said, oh, of course, like, what do I have to do? And I said, well, if you're comfortable with it, all I need is your address, and I will go to the post office this week, and I will send them to you. And he's like, awesome, thank you. He was very grateful for it. But that being said, I have like a whole package of them. But I'm only going to give him just a couple, just to kind of get, again, like I said, like a bird's eye view, kind of get a feel as to what the Success Mastery course is all about. And then if he wants more and he's hungry for more and striving for more, he's going to come to me, and I'm going to have to tell him, well, if you want more, this is what you can do, and you can upgrade, and you can, because it's all about like giving to others, and it's all about, and if I'm not going to use those CDs, what else am I going to do with them?
Yeah.
So also another thing is when you're marketing, you want to also build your email list, and your goal and your mission, even if you have a small list, which I only have like 1,400, almost 1,500, but I had a bunch of people unsubscribe yesterday, which is fine because it makes more room for those that are striving for more. But anyway, so your goal and mission is basically to have people know, like, and trust you. And again, content is extremely important. So basically, I want to share my screen with you because I sent out an email yesterday, and this was actually the email that I sent out. If you, I'm going to scroll down, but
yep, I got that email.
So basically I said, someone took action, a friend of mine, congratulations, Isaiah, said yes. And I said, woohoo, someone took action and responded back to my free gift giveaway. Congratulations to Isaiah Rodriguez. And in case you missed or didn't read my email, that was accidentally sent out twice earlier. And then I said, oops, guess I was a little too excited, huh? This is what it said. See below. Also, if you're also interested, let me know. I'll be stopping by the post office this week sometime sending out the gifts. And then this was my original message. I basically said, I don't know how long you've been following me or how long you've been reading my emails, and I'm not sure how you're going to take this or feel comfortable by any means giving me your address because, it's kind of weird. But again, I also send them content. I send them videos that I make, that I post on YouTube. And again, your goal and mission is for them to know, like, and trust you, because if you don't, they're not going to be interested. They're not going to want to do anything with you. So yeah, basically I asked if they had a CD player in the car, and I said, I don't usually do this, but if you do, I would like to send you a free gift worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I said, trust me, you'll be blown away. You can listen while you're driving, traveling by yourself, doing an errand. And I said, if you're serious about changing your current situation, whether it may be health, finances, spiritual relationships, happiness, and or wanting to just tap into your true power, just message me back letting me know you want this free gift I want to give away. So that was pretty much what I said. And again, your goal and mission is for people to know, like, and trust you. And I didn't even know this person was on my list, but after I sent out this email, he actually responded and said, thank you. You have always been the one I trust. And I was like, wow, like, yay. That's my goal and desire, is for people to actually trust me. And then the more they listen, the more they follow me. And, it could take them 6 months. It could take them a year or two, but it doesn't matter. Your goal and mission is basically to just build rapport with your email list.
Yep.
So I'm going to just stop sharing. So that is basically it. And I'm excited to give away content to others and have other people that might be interested. So I did contact him and I asked him if he really wanted me to send him anything. He didn't respond, but that's okay. It's all about, giving away, giving content, and the more you give, the more you get back. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to say.
Excellent.
So,
And I love your idea, Jackie. Like, you're taking a situation where, okay, I can't use these CDs.
Yeah.
So what can I do with them? And you're giving someone pieces of it.
Exactly.
It's a great idea. And then that piques their curiosity. If they hunger, like you said, if they hunger for more, you show them how. You don't have to give them the farm. We know in marketing, when you give them the farm all at once, they don't appreciate it as much. But when they listen and hear the value that those CDs have, and trust me, if you actually listen to those CDs, you're going to know the value. Well, here's the thing. You're going to be one of two people. You're going to be like, this is totally not for me, or you're going to be one of those people it totally resonates with, and you're definitely going to want more.
But that's basically, like, we want them to strive for more. We want them to be hungry for more and wanting more. And I was just gonna show you guys something, but like basically, I'm right here, but basically, you know, our goal and mission is to get to, you know, be like applying this information in our lives. So, you know, I'm only going to give them bits and pieces of it. And then if they want more and they want to apply more of this information in their life, they'll eventually want to upgrade, and they'll also get those free CDs, because every time you upgrade to each level, you get a package of those free CDs. But also, you also get the level 1. Each level has a multiple choice test. And it's basically to kind of get you to know the information, because it's all about improving yourself and like as a person, your success, your personal development, and just again applying this information and knowing it like the back of your mind.
Yep. So. And it becomes part of your DNA.
Exactly.
And the reason why, Jackie, like this is a phenomenal example of going through the system and following what the system says. You took a situation where you could have just let them collect dust, but you're like, no, the reason why you came up with the idea of giving them out is because of what you've learned and gone through personally through. That is why, you know, again, someone who hasn't been in a place where like you are, they might have said, well, I might as well just throw these away. No, you know what I mean? But you learn this type of stuff by just going through the system, and that's the power of what this is. But you don't know that until you actually get in and get a taste of it and start doing it yourself.
Exactly. And there's also another thing I want to mention. It's not just like, it doesn't matter what CD they're going to get. They're still going to get tons of value from it, because they're going to actually apply this information to what they're currently doing in their life. But there's another thing, and the Jinn audios that we listen to, I know that I should have these CDs, because KT talks about physically having them you know, next to you or in front of you, and especially physically having like a book, like, you know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Ask and It Is Giving. There's power behind actually having those things next to you or in front, or just like in your place, because it still vibrates and sends out energy. And I know I should be keeping those CDs, but like I said, it's not, they're not going to get the whole package. You're only going to get a few. And again, if they want more, they can have more. And people, again, if you would like the free gift, I will be more than happy to send it to you. So,
absolutely. And you know, when you get your car with your new CD, your Mercedes,
I can order.
Just get another package. You know what I mean? It's so renewable. Like we know this. Exactly. Like, it's all renewable. Like you're gonna get them back. You know, when you give them away, you're gonna get them back. We don't know the how, and that's the how. You don't have to know the how, and you shouldn't, okay? Because it's off of our radar screen anyways, how that all happens. But that's the power of it.
It's basically
there's so much.
Like what we have learned from, you know, the level 1, we all know, or both of us know, that money is a renewable resource. It's kind of like these CDs, you know, like I know I'm going to get those back, like Renee just said. But anyway, I'll leave it up to you.
Sure, no problem. One of the things I wanted to share, and one of the reasons why what we wanted to talk about today is building rapport. And I'm just going to give an example of just this past weekend of an encounter I had with someone who connected with me through LinkedIn. And it was really interesting. I don't know exactly how he found me on LinkedIn, but that's really not what's important, because this person did a typical thing that someone who's brand new to having a business and being, you know, having a business of their own and not knowing exactly what to do. This person is in a health and wellness company that I actually use the products in this company, but he basically said, I'd like you to join my team. I've got these wonderful health products. And basically my response was, you do have awesome products. I use them myself,
Yeah.
and I was validating the fact that his products are wonderful. However, the other thing that I mentioned to him was, very typically I get responses like this, and usually someone who does this type of message to me means that they might need some help with promoting their business. And I basically said, is this true for you? And, this person was like, yeah, I just started 3 months ago. And they're very, very new to this. And he's like, I don't really know how to do this. I know that connecting with people is a good thing, but I really don't know how. So I literally got into conversation with this person. I think this was the Thursday. And I mentioned to him, well, one of the things that I do is I help people to build relationships. I teach people how to generate leads so that they're getting people to see their presentation every single day. So immediately we had an instant connection with the fact that I'm using those products and love them as much as he does. But he also saw that I could help him. He saw that I'm someone, and I told him how long I was using products. I told him how I transitioned from, using products to now, marketing online. And he's like, I think I can learn from you. So basically, I learned more about him. I know more about his situation, and I'm not going to get into that because he's probably going to listen to this later on because I told him I was going to be doing a webinar. But
awesome.
I just got to know more and more about him and how I could help him to turn some things around in his life. And he's really excited about that. So he's actually going through my sales funnel and learning how I'm doing things so he can learn better ways of promoting and learning more how he could do that for himself. But that's the thing, you can, and I see very often a few different things. People sometimes can get annoyed when people pitch them, and trust me, I used to be one of those people who get just so annoyed, and I might like do an instant attack, or I might just ignore, or just, you know what I mean? But now what I'm seeing is a better way of trying to connect with that person. Now, again, I sometimes get a vibe, okay? Sometimes I could tell if someone's not open to.
Oh, of course,
something. But I saw in this person, he's obviously in a health and wellness company, so he has an instant thing about him. He's a nurturing type person. He wants to help others get healthy. So I could see that if I approached him in a way where, I didn't slam him, I didn't, tell him that, he was a jerk. I didn't say, well, you're marketing wrong. I kind of approach it as, is this the case for you? Do you need some help with this? And he totally related to that. And from that, he's now going to be learning ways of generating traffic in a better way, and not, he knows now that approach probably isn't going to work. And I actually asked him, I said, have you done this with others? And like, yeah. He's like, nobody ever responds. He's like, you were one of the first people that responded to me. So like, he's starting to, it's clicking with him that, okay, if I did this before and nobody responded, maybe there's something with how I did that. So now I can learn new ways. But the reason why I say that is these are the types of things that you start to learn as you grow as a marketer.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
You learn how to build that connection. You find something that you can associate with that person with, and you just get to know more. If you could truly get to know people more and they see that you're there to help them, they'll be more open to telling you what their pain is and what they really want.
I actually want to expand on that because I've had similar situations, but it's mostly Facebook. So in the past, like, people would friend request me, and then they would message me, and they'll just be like, hey, and then they'll be like, join my company, and they'll pitch me right away. And usually my initial reaction would be to kind of block, because it's like, really, like, do they not like, and it just drove me nuts. It was a pet peeve. But my thinking is different now, and past couple times. So basically I was friends with this guy on Facebook for a while, And supposedly he has a great following and he's doing the right things, you know, marketing online. And then I guess he defriended me and then refriended me. And then he was basically pitching me after he friended me. And then it was just like, so I said, you know, I thought, you know, if you need help on marketing, I'll be more than happy to tell you. And I was basically, you know, it's one of those things where when you're brutally honest, people will either like you or hate you or take it or leave it. But the thing is, I said what I needed to say. And I said, you know, it's, you know, better to build rapport and, you know, list building, email list building. And I just said what I needed to say. And apparently he was like, oh, it wasn't a pitch and blah, blah, blah. And he blocked me, which is fine. You know, it's either they're going to take it or leave it. And then I had another person who did the same thing. And I said, all right, it seems like, and then I asked him, is this how you're marketing? Do you need some suggestions or on how to market and how to build rapport with people? Because, you know, the more you chase after people, the more they're going to run away, you know, and the more you chase, the more they're going to run away. So you need to be the person, where you want to be the person so that you can start it's basically kind of like attraction marketing.
Yep.
So the more you become who you want to be and attract, the more those people will come to you. So I was kind of basically giving him tips and tricks, and he was actually interested. But that's the thing, like, we want to be honest. We're here to help people because not a lot of people, especially us, you know, Renee and I in the beginning, we really didn't know how to market. And it takes years of learning and experiencing, but, you know, we don't want you to be in that position in the beginning. We want you to start off the right way and make sure you're doing it. You know, we want to help you so that way you don't lose all those years of
fast track it a little bit. Again, everyone's going to go through their own journey and make.
Of course, yeah.
But if you follow those who've been there and done that and start taking those tips, you'll be less likely to make those mistakes.
Exactly.
You know, you're always going to be in a situation where it's a new experience and you don't know really what to do, and you just go with your gut, and you might make a mistake. It's okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Always a learning experience, but take it from people who've been there and done that. If you can follow in the footsteps, it will help guide you. And again, if you follow the system, including Jen, you will start to have the right mentality. That listening that you do, your mindset will be in the right place, and you won't feel like you have to hunt people down and always have to chase people. You'll be more in the relaxed, you know, I'm putting good content out there. I'm giving the value. People are going to attract, and that's what attraction marketing is.
Yes.
People eventually start hunting you down, you know, for your links and for your information.
Yeah.
Or they'll watch one video and then they'll see you have, you know, 50 other videos that, you know, they'll just start watching. You know, I was on another webinar earlier where we were just talking about that, but that's how people start to trust you. You know, the more they see that you are putting out information that helps them, they're going to trust you. And again, sometimes it could take a couple months, 6 months, a year for them to say, yep, I'm ready. And of course. Or it's a matter of a few days, like this one person who just totally related to, you know, what we were doing and said, I need your help. You know, he was, the good thing is he was not afraid to say, I need your help. He was not on a high horse ego trip or anything like that. He basically said, I know I have something good. I feel very blessed meeting you. I think you can help me. And he just went with that. And that is the perfect mindset to be in, even when you know you're struggling. And many times people who don't have the right mindset, who are struggling, they don't know, they're afraid to ask for help. They want to feel like, oh, I'm making all this money. They don't want to admit they need help. And I've actually written blog posts, and that part of my about description is, you know, in the very beginning, marketers who are new don't want to admit that they're new because they're afraid of what that is. But there's no need to be that way. Even, and I actually said to this person, okay, you've been doing this for 3 months, doesn't matter. The person that is just meeting you could be in this for 2 weeks. You still have more experience from them, and you have the right resources. Even if you don't know the answer, you are surrounded by people who do just have that posture and that confidence. And, you know, he was like, that's great. I'm happy with that. So that is and that's who you want to start attracting, people who see that you're giving value. And the more that you do that, and you have that posture, and you know, even though you're brand new, that you're in the right place, that's all that matters.
Yep.
So that's really all I wanted to share. I don't know if you have anything else you wanted to share. I don't like to drag on webinars, to be honest. So, you know, again, if anyone watching this in the replay has any questions for Jackie and I, please feel free to, you know, ask us, reach out to us. I'm going to have links to, you know, my Facebook. I'm going to have a link to, you know, my strategy group. I know Jackie will have hers as well. We are here to help and support you, because we want you to succeed. That's really what this is about. It's really about you. And go ahead.
I'm going to end it with one more thing. So I actually got together with one of my best friends, soul sister, Friday night, because that was my my niece's first dance recital. She'll be 3 in a couple weeks, but I got to see my best friend that I haven't seen in forever. And it's crazy how we, you know, haven't seen each other in a while, but we got together after we caught up. And she's actually, she said I was a blessing, because she's still working on her health and she's trying to lose weight. But the best thing she got out of me was to visualize, because I said, you know, because she's been struggling on losing weight and whatnot. But one of the things, like, and again, she was very grateful I was talking about this. A lot of it comes down to mental thinking and visualizing. So she has pictures of when she was skinny and whatever. So basically, I told her and suggested, make sure you visualize and feel. So visualize you're skinny, visualize you're healthy and skinny, visualize, and put those pictures where, and the reason why I say it is because you get what you think about most of the time, and I have a bunch of pictures back here, so I wanted to kind of bring it up. But she was like, wow, I never really thought of that. And then she told me, she goes, now that I think about visualizing, I didn't realize this until like right now that I'm talking to you, but she had this amount of money that she wanted to make for like the longest time. And she just got a director position like a couple months ago, where like it's always been like her dream. She's always, and she had, you know, but she told me, she's like, Jackie, I had this like amount of money written down like for like the longest time, and I didn't realize it until now that we're talking about visualization. And she's like, and it gave me goosebumps, because it all comes down to, you know, visualizing and feeling a certain way and always feeling good and basically believing in yourself. You get what you think about most of the time. So that's basically another thing that we that Jen talks about as well. But I wanted to share that story with you, because it's huge.
It is huge, and I definitely want to talk about that next week, because and I won't share it now, but I don't want to give it away. But that's a great topic for next week.
Yes,
I have a story about that as well. Yes. But that's awesome. That is so awesome. And again,
I was so happy to hear that. I was like, you did. I said, girlfriend, I was like, you didn't even know that the law of attraction is working in your favor. You didn't even know it, you know? So I was so happy to hear that from her.
Yay, awesome. So anyways, if you like this video, share it with others who you feel are going to benefit. Please reach out to us. We are here to help you. And I'm looking forward to next time that we do this. And thank you, Jackie, for being on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
See you soon.
Bye.